Hello everyone. Welcome to this iRacing video. We're here again at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and we're here for the VRS GT Sprint Series.
Celsius, B13.
We're just about to get underway on our formation lap, so hope you guys enjoy. It gets started pretty quick here. Started P13.
Car number 19. Left lane.
Started P13 here with a car number of car 18. Unfortunately, second time attempting to record this video today, unfortunately got taken out into the bus stop chicane in the earlier video and was pretty well just clawing my way back through the field. It was pretty boring, unfortunately, a lot of solo running and overtook a few people due to pit stop strategy. So hopefully this one here is a little bit more exciting and B, a whole lot cleaner, because we are still chasing down that infamous A license. We've got to get up, I think it's like 4.48.48 safety rating in order to get up over above 3.0. So hopefully, all things going well, we can get that done. I think even if we have a perfect race today with 0 incident points, we still will have to do another race in order to qualify, get above that 3.0 safety rating. But I did just see a Ferrari fly across our screen. We're about to get
Floor it.
Got underway here right on the bend. Fortunately, avoided a few dramas. Looks like that Ferrari got a bit friendly with the McLaren. Just gonna give him a bit of space.
Right side.
Wasn't
Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
very lucky to stay pointing straight there and got away with only 2 incident points. Don't know what that McLaren was doing. He either timed pulling out behind that Ferrari completely incorrectly, and thus pushing himself into my quarter, or he was putting on a very late defensive move once I was already 3/4 of the way past him. So I think either way there, he was what's the saying that Martin Brundle uses it, or Crofty? It's a $1 late, a metre short and $1 late, or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but pretty well he had no chance of making that move. We're here behind the Force India themed Ferrari, which is a bit abnormal, but yeah, which is now Aston Martin Racing in Formula 1. So yeah, raced with Sergio in the last race. I think he actually ended up on the podium, so he's pretty bloody rapid, and I hope he doesn't try to make this thing a too wide kind of agreement. I'm not too sure how this race is going to go, because in practice I could barely string together 2 clean laps, like keeping it pointing in the same direction and keeping it off its roof. So all things going well,
P9.
I hope we have a good race, but unfortunately in the last bit of practice I wasn't able to do that. So the 3 cars up ahead, so this is a battle for P6, and then it's pretty well spread up the field. That Ferrari is going to have a big slowdown, I think, or at least get a 1x for cutting that much of the upper curb on Radion, but doesn't seem to be slowing down all too much.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 36 Celsius.
I do know that pretty well all the tracks in iRacing are laser scanned tracks and are used in a facet of motorsport or another. However, what I really do like is racing at these really, really iconic tracks like Spa. Really loved racing at Monza. Like, those tracks are just iconic. You see them pretty much in every single big motorsport, whether that's MotoGP, endurance, Formula One, any real capacity. I do love seeing these really big tracks get used. I know your smaller ones get used more locally, like for example, a lot of the Australian tracks will only be used by V8 supercars. But I really do love racing these big iconic tracks. Dropped another mark there, so hopefully we can kind of just pull our head in line and stop making silly mistakes. Because we will start to then hemorrhage safety rating, which isn't what we want. We're on the race for the A-class license. Good run through that chicane.
There's an incident in the chicane. We think it might be board.
It's really awesome on that first right-hand corner to get it as tight hugged in as the wall as possible and have a good as exit as possible. Oh, this is a back marker that we've already started to catch. Gonna let Sergio through. He is quite a rapid racer.
Hold your line. Clear right.
He backed out of that move pretty early. That blue flag's really not making it easy for these guys. And I see big issues happening.
Track temperature is falling. It's now 34 Celsius.
So guys,
the gap in front is now
a few
0.6.
changes you may have noticed between last video and this video is we've moved the fuel graph over to the right hand side of the screen above the relative. Just seems a little bit more ergonomic over there, a little bit easier for the viewers, and it just stops information overload. Like I was able to compress the last two columns, the far right columns, and just don't really need that information. I'm just more focused on making sure.
All right, Oliver, don't let this guy distract you.
I have enough fuel, and that bar graph allows me to just focus on how much fuel I currently have left in. It's usually for end of fuel runs and like fuel saving and stuff like that. And then you will notice over the left-hand side of the screen, above where the cinematic cam is, you'll notice the advanced panel. That one there will just be showing you gear, position, speed, RPM, and then below it has track temperature, strength of field, and local time as per track. Not local time of me recording. This blue flag really should get out of everyone's way, because he is holding everyone up now. Oh. Sergio definitely won't be having a go into this time here. Oh, he might actually. He's sped up on me in the slipstream. Those Ferraris are bloody quick in a straight line. And that Force India Ferrari is really nipping at the heels of that Merc ahead of it. I'm just still thinking about how lucky I was to be able to hold on to that snap sideways that happened due to the McLaren crashing into me. I'm just very happy that I was able to do that, as well as get away with only, I think it was a single incident point or 2 incident points. Typically that side-on-side contact results in either a 0 or a 4, not much in between. Still not able to get back past that back marker. So that must mean I'd be curious to see what the car number is of that back marker. Because if it's a really high car number, he'll obviously be rapid and he may have just got spun around. It may even be that Ferrari that was spun around on the formation lap. Actually, upon reflection, giving it's a red livery, that actually very well likely might be the Ferrari that was spun around. So he'll be quicker than us. There's no way about that. Merck's got a horrible run through that chicane. Sergio had a crack there, but he took way too shallow of a line. But it'd be curious to see with a gap of 1 second how close he will be at the end of the straight. So yeah, that Ferrari, that red Ferrari that would have been spun around on the formation section of the lap must be very quick because Benjamin isn't able to catch him.
P9.
One thing I did find very funny is Baku Grand Prix. They've changed the corner where Charles Leclerc went off and went straight through into the wall there. However, in final practice 2 yesterday, he did exactly the same maneuver, even though they changed that corner to avoid people having issues.
Okay, Oliver, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Bummer. That's again. I've never been making that mistake. However, today I've made it twice in this one race. Cannot be doing that anymore. Got a much better run into that final chicane than the Ferrari ahead. Unfortunately, there's nothing I could really do about it, because I would have run straight into the back of him had I decided to go ahead with that maneuver. Good exit out of there. Faster than Sergio behind. He's considerably closer than he was last go round, so that sucks. Oh, it's too much in the curb, too much out of curb. Yeah, he's all over me now.
Car left.
Floyd.
Still there. Clear left. Car left.
Yep.
Clear left.
Our refueling window will open after 20 minutes.
Lucky Sergio didn't chop our nose off.
51 minutes.
I think he's getting a wriggle on because he has the back of the pack catching up to us. These cars ahead are the cork in the bottle, and I think it's all because of that blue flag, because we weren't able to dispatch of him in a timely manner at the start. I mean, in terms of getting past him, just means that he is unfortunately holding people up. But from what I can see, Jay ahead has really shut back onto the back of Benjamin. So that might have something to do with Audi that was spun around the wrong way. And we'll just have to wait and see if he's got damage and he pits this lap, or he decides to keep running. That last right-hander onto this back straight is almost a full throttle corner, and if it wasn't so sensitive there on the outskirts of that curbing, in terms of getting
Oliver.
wide
Don't let this guy
X's,
distract you.
it would pretty well just be flat stick if you got the line just perfect. Credit where credit's due. Sergio isn't stabbing it up the inside just for making a move's sake. So Jay's lost 20 seconds.
P8.
Jay also won't be able to, Sergio behind also won't be able to be super offensive through here now, because the gap between myself and him is similar to the gap between himself and the car directly behind. Jay's got really bad damage. He's not going to be able to make that move stick. That does remind me of the amount of damage that I have had in the last race.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
I think on the back straight I was only able to get to a maximum of 222 or 24-ish miles an hour, which is 25 less than what you should
Used half your fuel.
ideally be getting down that straight. Hopefully Jay holds Sergio up for just a little bit longer. Not really the time to be getting a micro stutter. Need to have a look through on the internet and see if there is a fix for that micro stutter issue, because it always happens at extremely inconvenient times. And I don't think it's me based. I think it actually might be something iRacing based, because I know it is a widespread issue. I'm not sure what happened with that
Well done,
Ferrari.
good
He
pass.
jumped into the pits by the looks of it.
6th place.
I was trying to give him as much room as possible, so I really hindered myself getting out of that chicane, because I wasn't sure whether he was right there, and my spotter wasn't just wasn't going to tell me until I was already crashing into the side of him, or vice versa. We had a better run onto that back straight than the Ferrari, but that thing is very
The gap
rapid.
ahead is now 2.3 seconds.
I think I'm also slightly hindered on the back straight due to the knock I had from the McLaren. We are also slowly catching on to the back of Ben. Oh, Ricardo, sorry, not Ben.
P3's gone off in. Who make him do all the work. Focus on your exits. A bit quicker than us entering Bruxelles.
We're just got to punch in some good lap times. We're about 10-12 minutes away from our pit, which here is which at this track is excruciatingly painful. Damn it, that's another X. of the car got a bit light on me. And we also can't forget about that Force India Ferrari, because they will come out very much so in the fight with us.
That's the fastest lap. That lap was a 2:21.79.
Bar them not getting involved in any shenanigans, they will be involved in this P5-6 position, 4-5-6 position fight. Good run through there. We're just teetering on the edge of slipstream. However, that Merc is a powerhouse down the straight, similar to the Ferrari, and the Lambos and the McLarens, if you can tame them, are very good through the corners. So straight away, as soon as we got into the tight, twistier bits.
Okay, Oliver.
Shut up.
Don't think about the lap
4, 5
times. Just
tenths.
hit each and every apex. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. We're halfway through. We think about 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Pretty well spot on with what my prediction was as well. Having run the race, I do know roughly what my fuel will do.
Minutes of fuel remaining.
Ricardo's straight line speed may also be slightly struggling due to, I can see, a bit of scuff marks and damage on the back end of that car. So, not sure if he is ever so slightly struggling for downforce in the rear of the car. Ooh. I just saw a car spin off in my rearview mirror. One thing I do love about the spotter is it doesn't tell you about cars that aren't relevant spinning out, like a car behind me just spat. It was Sergio in his car.
2:21.74. There's an incident in Eau Rouge.
It didn't even bother mentioning it to me because they're not relevant to my race realistically. Tony Villeneuve. Blue flag's the one that's had the issue, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, I do think so. Geez, look at this Ferrari coming straight up. Tony Villeneuve, he's going to be well and truly past me.
All right. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Oh no, Oliver. Come on, mate. Defend your
He was
position.
coming through like a freight train. What do you want me to do? It'll be interesting to see how Tony plays an impact in the fight with that Force India car, Force India Ferrari. If at all, we don't know what's happened with that car, whether it had to go in for a penalty, whether it just had an early pit stop, or whether it DC'd entirely, because I didn't see any grey out of names or anything like that.
Car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 3.2 seconds. They're faster than us into Huon. Incident in the chicane. It looks like Mole.
I didn't really want to get involved in that. That's why I went as far wide as I could. I didn't want to jump on the brakes in case. Got to take a second bite at that right-hander. Villeneuve's going to be past him like a bullet up here through Eau Rouge and onto the back. I think it's either the Moussan Straight or the Camel Straight. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting confused either with mixing this track up with the Cirque de Sarthe Le Mans track. So this will get hard here. Wow, that Merc checked up hard. That's the only reason I chucked it up the inside there, is because I would have gone straight into the back of him had I not pulled out alongside. That was probably on me. I should have been more observant of what was going on, because I do the same thing. Like, I jump on the brakes early, like to open up the corner for a cutback if the opportunity presents itself, and I should have just been more observant. I was also ever so slightly late into that corner.
15 minutes left.
In terms of being on the brakes.
Car left. Clear left.
Would overtake.
P5. Well done, Oliver. Nice move, mate.
Yep. Well, I do know Ben has pitted. He was, I think, 4th position or 5th. And I do know that Force India Ferrari has pitted as well, so it'd be interesting to see how they both come
5 minutes of fuel
back
remaining.
into it. Wow, Jay's now a back marker. He's probably gone in and pitted for repairs. Yeah, and that Merc of Ricardo is definitely struggling for top end speed. I think myself and Tony have got very similar ideas of running deep into this race. Actually, it's going to tell me to come in this lap.
We're running on fumes, mate. In this lap. Box this lap. There's an incident in Eau Rouge.
I wonder if that's...
There's an incident in Radion.
Yeah, looks like Jay. Oh no. $14 minutes to go.
The gap to Villeneuve ahead is now 0.8.
We're approaching some blue flags, so luckily we will avoid most of them with us coming into the pits this lap. Let me just, yep. Just wanted to double check and make sure I did have tyres unticked, because
P3 has binned it in. Who on?
if you do watch the previous Spa video before watching this one, where I was battling for a very similar kind of position, that 5th, 6th, 7th position, I went in for my pit. I think I was battling with a guy by the name of David, and we were very well locked into it. I didn't uncheck tyres, so what would have effectively been, or regularly been, like a 12-13 second stop, lost 50-40 seconds in transits, turned into a 40-second stop with like 40 to 50 seconds worth of transit time as well. So really did suck. Pushed me back.
John is pitting
all the way back up to 15th with only like 8 minutes to go.
The chicane.
And then was able to fight back. Luckily came out, or luckily or unluckily, however you view it, came out in traffic and was able to claw back, I think, 3 or 4 positions.
What's your speed limit in the pits? The pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. We'll fill you to the end.
This right-hander here is deadly, to say the least. Paolo Miniti didn't pit. So, see what I mean? And the car behind just did the same thing. It is a deceptively tight corner, and that white wall is very deceptive on how much it does swing back on itself. Um, 24, so I probably have about 26.5 litres going in the car. Yep, so we jumped the Ferrari in the pits, but he'll be straight back past me.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him.
Yeah.
There's an incident in Eau Rouge. We think it might be Villeneuve.
It's not an incident, it's... I know not everyone runs a spotter, but...
Okay, Oliver. 10 minutes to go. That's
if
10
you
minutes
do,
left.
they
Stay
should be
calm,
telling...
keep it
They
smooth.
should tell you if there is someone exiting the pits, and people really should be considerate of that.
On your left. Clear left.
Don't give up. Keep him under pressure.
I'm not really concerned about the loss of position. I'm more upset about the incident point dropped, the silly incident point drop.
The leader's pitting now.
Alright. We should inherit that one spot from Paolo. Come on, Tony. Doing a little bit of Morse code.
7.
Tony Villeneuve will be past me on this back straight now, no doubt about it.
The car in front of us is Mole.
He'll have a slowdown as well, so we'll lose a position, but inherently...
Left side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Ben really is struggling. I wonder if he is nursing a damaged car or a car that's not handling the way he would want it to. Seven minutes to go, P7. 17 seconds back to P8. And we don't know what's going to happen with these two guys ahead, or three for that matter. I was going to just go into the back of him there. I don't think I could have gotten much harder on the brakes even if I wanted to. Oh. Dropped an incident point, but he would have been carrying mad speed through there.
Incident in the chicane. It looks like it's Mole. The track temperature is falling. It's now 34
I wonder if
Celsius.
that was netcode assisted. I'd be curious to find out. Ben is straight away DC'd.
P6.
Alright, so with about 5.5 minutes to go. Probably get this one,
Okay,
one
Oliver,
more,
you've got
and
10
then we'll
minutes
get
of
the
fuel
white flag.
remaining.
So all up, 3 laps to go.
Five minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
It's good that we can see the podium though. Oh, that outside curve there under braking is like jumping on ice. It has no traction, and the second I put my brake, I could tell visually that I was further over than I usually am. But the second I took a little nip out of the brakes and just got in the setup position for it, I knew that I was, if I'd committed on that trajectory and not wiped off speed, I would have wiped off speed,
Wasting a
jumped
lot of
off the
time here.
brake.
Get your elbows out and force the pass.
It would have been game over.
The gap to Villeneuve ahead is now 0.8.
Big close up under brakings. Wonder if Basil's got drivers. I guess the gap is staying
The lap time
relatively.
was 2:21.46.
Sorry, the gap remains relatively consistent. However, I don't know. I just feel like we are ever so slightly eking closer to them. Paolo Miniti got up a few positions. I can't remember for the life of me what the color of that, what the name of that driver was with the Force India Ferrari. I'd be curious to see what happened with them. Got the downer gear to help with rotating the car around that corner. Oh. Very lucky. I dropped down gears with too many revs on the car and it kicked the back of the car out. And in conjunction with what I was doing on the curbs, that was crap. Lifted off there
Just
because
2
those
minutes left,
curbs
2 minutes to go.
actually have quite the incline on them and can pretty well send you in a spin if you look at them the wrong way. Oh. Don't know why I'm getting a little bit sloppy now towards the end of the race. I'm now out of the slipstream of that Ferrari, so can't catch back up to him. I'll close up ever so slightly to him here under brakings, I think, but
There's an incident in the chicane.
back jumping into the pits.
Last lap. That lap time was 2:22.12.
Yes, I'm just teetering on the...
All right, Oliver. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Let's just keep it on the black stuff and focus on finishing nice and strong. No more silly incident points, even if it means we compromise a little bit of time on our last lap. Let's just not fall completely off the Richter in case a mistake is made up ahead. We can try our best to capitalize on it. Missed the apex there. What even is an apex? Not too concerned about staying glued onto the back of Tony, only because you also don't know how desperate someone will be to hold on to a single position. I don't want to get into battling anyone on the last lap of a race, especially someone like Tony, who has shown that Ferrari is just a fast machine on the straights. Like, we can't compete with him. We got 3 corners, 2 corners left to navigate now. We just got the final right-hander and the left-hander for the chicane. Go. So that was a good result, good race. Dropped a few more incident points than I would have really liked, but
B6. And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
it should still be a net positive for iRating. So what we're just going to do is I'm going to go through Eau Rouge and Raidillon one more time. We're going to park it up on that straight, and we will get into the results in just a moment. Just like to get completely out of the way so there's no chance of a car taking us out. So, see, I'm just going to pull over here to the left. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is, guys, we're just going to quickly jump on into the results. So we had strength of field 1369, 2.61k, sorry, 2.61 safety rating, so an increase of 0.08. 6 splits, we were second split, pretty well standard with where we're going at the moment given our I rating. We had a 57 increase in our I rating, which puts us up to 1.4k on the nose, which is great. P6 after starting with car number 18, starting in P13, so we went up 7 spots, which is a great result. Top Aussie, which is good, and we were the second highest finishing Lamborghini, which is great. Had 7 incident points, which sucks. Geez, Basil had 14. Maybe that's why he was driving as cautiously as he was. And yeah, so guys, if you've enjoyed the video you've just seen, please consider giving us a like, subscribe, checking the Twitter out in the comment section down below. I'd really appreciate it, and we will catch you in the next one.